put your hand in mine. Forever's about to happen right here in this moment of time. So let's draw a line right here in the sand, and let it be said that on this very day is the day that we took a stand. Cause not just a game, it's more than a game, it's more than the hurt, it's more than the pain, it's more than the glory, it's more than the fame. This right here's about legacy, man, so it's bigger than me, it's bigger than us. We can lose sight in the midst of the fuss, let's slow it down and take it in. Enjoy this moment, what's the rush? They want it bad, but we wanted more. This is what we've been waiting for. With tears in our eyes, we let our hearts roar. Unleash war when we walk out this door. We won't be delayed, we won't be denied. In the end, we won't be refused with clear eyes, a full heart. There's no way that we can lose. Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Clear eyes.
We'd like to welcome you to the Week 6 edition of the Tiger Football Report. I'm John McElroy, joined by head coach of the Bentonville Tigers, Jody Grant. Coach Grant, let's jump right into it. It was homecoming this week in Bentonville, but the opponent, the Harber Wildcats, come to town. Much improved team from the 3 wins they had last year. Knew it was going to be a tough test this week. Let's talk a little bit about the defensive game plan going into this week. Of course, Harber comes in with the conference's leading rusher in Luke Hannon. But they're much improved with the addition of Fuller Chandler, a young man that's thrown for 1,100 yards coming in this game. Defensively, how did you try to prepare for this?
Yeah, the addition of Fuller Chandler has made them pretty special offensively in what they're doing. So we went into the game plan obviously thinking we've got to stop the running back in the run game, but we can't let them throw it over our head. You know, it's something that Harber's done with success is they'll run you, they'll run power and counter and then all of a sudden throw it over your head. So we worked hard this week on that, and I felt like we did a pretty good job protecting the deep ball. But, stopping their run game is a lot easier said than done. I felt like we did a pretty good job with it in the first half. They kind of creased us a little bit there in the second half, and we had to make some adjustments on the fly. But they, a very, very good, potent offense out of Harber.
All right. Well, Coach, we're going to go ahead and take our first break. But when we return, we'll go out to Tiger Stadium, where it was homecoming, and we'll get a chance to see the homecoming court and view the first half highlights. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Tiger Football Report. All right, here we go, Coach, and they're going to kick it to you. I think they won the toss, deferred, and so the offense will take the field.
Yeah, we go out there right off the, hit them with a little fly sweep with Cam. It was nice to have Cam back this week, and he did some things for us. And, one thing we learned early on playing them is, their defense we were pretty impressed with how they play. They got some young guys in the secondary, but they do things right, and so it took us a little bit to get going. Ended up having a punt here, trying to get him to flip the field with his punts. We're going to continue to work that. But now we put our defense back out. Our defense will go out there now.
Yeah, this first quarter, as we get into it here, really turned into kind of a defensive struggle between both teams.
Yeah, early on, a lot of good defense was played. This is a running back. He's I think he's probably one of the top running backs in the league, and we had our work cut out with him. But, for the most part, we did pretty good against him. This was interesting. This is the first time we've seen this guy punt for him all year. And he absolutely killed this punt and laid it right inside the 1-yard line. It puts our offense in a pretty tough situation and, backed us up pretty good. Defensively, they played well and kept us backed up. So not a great start offensively for either team just because defenses are playing well. Missed an opportunity there to get a first down. So now we're having a punt out of our own end zone.
Yeah, one thing you say about Harber, they really flew to the football. They showed some team speed on defense. Good job by Hayden right there just to pull that one in.
Yeah, he saved us from safety there and did a pretty good job right there. We did a good job covering the field right there. and now we're back out there. They've got pretty good field position, but our defense is playing pretty well at this point.
There's Fuller Chandler. You know, Coach, you guys did a great job against him all night. I think you held him to one completion, 38 yards, but what a fantastic job by the safeties in the corners.
Yeah, they did a really nice job. You know, that's Aaron Estrada out there on a nice interception there on one of the deep ball shots that they took, and he did some good things. All of them did great things for us. Here's Casey scrambling around right here. You know, we've got to protect our quarterback and give him the chance. Here's Camo on screen to pick up a big first down to keep the drive going.
What a nice play there.
Yeah, that was. And once again, Clay Barganier's just continually producing for us offensively and doing some things.
Yeah, I believe he had 7 catches on the night. He's just having a monster season.
He sure is. He's done a lot of great things for us.
Okay, well, the offensive production now picks up as we move into the second quarter, and this is kind of where things get going.
Yeah, we run a little power read with our quarterback right there, and he keeps it and gets us down about the 2. We have a play called, a little toss sweep play called that our running back drops the ball. If we catch that, we probably score. But here, they block one of our field goals and then return it all the way for a touchdown. You know, it's a sickening feeling to see this, but you know, it's part of the game, and we got to do a better job of covering after that. You know, that ball was kicked from about the 6, and you know, normally you don't cover from that close, but we learned from that.
So Harber's up 7-0, and then another miscue right here.
Yeah, give the ball right back to them on about the 4 or 5 yard line, and then, you know, it's just not, things aren't going great for us right here. They punch it in on us. It's 14-0, and that all happened in about a minute.
And Coach, you know, when you look back at it, a 21-point swing, as it looked like you guys were about to go ahead 7-0 in the span of about 30 seconds, you find yourself 14 down. You know, 7:42 left to go in the first half, and how the momentum has shifted.
That's exactly right. Yeah, they've got momentum at this point, and our kids are in you know, uncharted waters here. We're not used to being down at home like this, and here we get the ball back with an opportunity to do something, and you can see right here a big-time play by Cam going to get the football. Like I said earlier, just very nice to get him back and involved in our offense.
Yeah, he really allows you to really stretch the field a little more.
Yeah, he does. And then, you know, here we are trying to run the football with David Nichols. We try to sprinkle in some more backs this week and just try to, you know, not pound our other backs to death, and we had some success with that. You know, Harber did a really good job against our run, and, you know, we were having to, you know, do some different things to be successful offensively, and you got to give Harber credit for some of the things they did to us defensively.
So, trying another field goal attempt, got another one blocked here, I believe.
Yeah, they came up, they leaked off the edge there, so that's 2 different protection issues that we definitely got to get some stuff cleaned up there. At this point, you know, as a coach, you don't feel great about kicking a field goal after you've had 2 of them blocked, so we got to go do some things. Big run by their back right here, you know. Look back at that play, and that back doesn't need a whole lot of a crease to hit a hole, and he did some things special. Great play there by Tyrone Mahone. Love to see him catch that. Feel like that could turn into some points, but we felt good about holding them to 3 right here. So now at this point, we're sitting down 17-0.
Yeah, and Coach, you know, you got to think that's a victory for your defense. Hannon gets the big run there, but you're able to hold them to 3, but you're down 17 points. And Coach, this is where, you know, really love it how your kids come out and respond. They know, hey, we got a lot of football to play. We can still respond to this.
Yeah, you got to look at the positives that came out of this. And you like that your kids were resilient here and continued to fight and didn't just hang their hats and give up, because it could have been very easily. And some teams do that, but not these guys. They're going to continue to compete. You can see this is a big-time play right before half to go up and get a bonus touchdown here, where we're going into half only down 17-7.
That's Clay Barganier again, and found the spot there in the middle and made the rest happen right there. So now taking a little of the sting out, only down 10 now going into half.
Yeah, you try to maybe steal a little bit of the momentum back at this point, going into half, where you can go into halftime and, you know, your kids feel like we could go out and have some success and do some things.
All right, well, that winding down the final moments of the half here, and your defense has got to go back out. Hold them. You certainly don't want to let them put points on the board right here before half, and looks like Coach Wood's going to be content just to take a knee up 10 going into the half. Well, all right. Well, there you have it, the first half of play. The Tigers down 10, 17-7. We'll be back in just a moment for the second half highlights here on the Tiger Football Report.
Crane Hyundai of Bentonville is your hometown full-service dealer. Our sales department gives you access to hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles, and our award-winning service department is here to fix your problem quickly and get you back on the road. At Crane Hyundai of Bentonville, everything we do is backed by the Crane Commitment, including a 100,000-mile warranty on every new and pre-owned vehicle, and our 100-hour love it or leave it exchange policy. Come see us at Crane Hyundai of Bentonville, located on Moberly Lane in Bentonville.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
The 2015 Bentonville High School homecoming queen is JC Elliott.
It was very humbling. It was really nerve-wracking, and it was overall really exciting. I was surprised. I thought that I might have a good chance because my boyfriend is a football player, and so I kind of know them. But I definitely thought a lot of the other girls had a good chances too, and definitely deserved it. So it was a surprise. I mean, it's incredible to be a Tiger and just to know that we're one of the greatest high schools in the nation, and just the teachers and the students and the programs that we have, it's really incredible. And to know that it supports me it's really nice.
All right, we're back here on the Tiger Football Report. Coach, your team coming out for the second half of play. We've got some work to do.
Yeah, we do. We talked to them about halftime. We got to come defense. We got to get a stop immediately and get the ball back to our offense. And our defense, they're coming out and they responded real well. And we were able to come out and do some different things and got the ball back to our offense, forced a punt, and it gives our guys a chance to go do something offensively.
There's Fuller Chandler, mentioned earlier, only one completion on the night, and part of that put some pressure on him like right there.
Yeah, we felt like we had a fumble there, but he was down right there. Thought we had an opportunity to get the ball, but forcing a punt here and get pretty decent field position. And now our offense has got to go start working and go to work and do some things here. Power read gives Casey a chance to run the football. You like to have a quarterback that wants to take the ball and wants the ball in his hands and wants to do things, and we're fortunate to have him. And he's doing some stuff for us right now. That's a big catch by Chase Hunter there on the sideline. Give us a big first down. He's been a nice asset to our offense to be able to sprinkle him in at receiver and do some stuff for us. He's got great leadership. And then what a great run here by Jacob Clark. Now we feel like we're kind of getting some momentum back. This puts us back within 3 at this point. So you like our chances at this point.
Now you've gotten a 3 and out with your defense, and your offense on his first possession has responded. And only down 3 at this point in the third quarter. Tigers look like at this point are starting to come to life.
Yeah, we like where we're at, right? I mean, as you talk at halftime with your guys, this is what you talked about. Go get a stop and then go get a score. Now we got to go get a stop again and take care of business. But Harber does some good things here. Here they try to take a little shot on Kerry. He makes a great break on the football and breaks it up. Come right back to him with a double move. Great ball placement by their quarterback right on the edge. He catches the ball for a gain of 38 yards. That's their only completion of the night. We get a penalty right there on a face mask, gets them down fairly close.
One thing about it, with the running game that they have, you really can't give them a short field.
That's exactly right. And they run a little counter right there for a touchdown. So back in the same situation we were, and getting the ball back, we got to get our offense back out there and go score again.
Okay, so they kick it away from you, or kick it away back to you. And offense is going to take the field. And pretty good return right there. I didn't see
that's Cameron Hunt. Nice little return by him. We're kind of trying to find some guys to get back there and take that job for us. This is a big play right here by Clay. Always does something with the ball after the catch. His yards after a catch are very impressive. You see he's just, he gets 10 extra yards. A lot of guys could have ran out of bounds right there, but he gets 10 extra yards. And here we run our little pin and pull horn play here. And Jacob Clark has kind of turned into a pretty special player for us with another big touchdown.
2 huge plays right there. Barganier on the catch before that, Jacob Clark, and you know that's just the desire to compete right there.
That's exactly right. It's important to him, and he takes a lot of the run game on his own shoulders, and you know I love to see him compete like that.
All right, well the Tigers now back within 3, and got to figure out a way to stop the running game.
Yeah, here's a point right here in the game where we got to get a stop and get the ball back so we can go take a lead. That's a great play right there by Kerry Collier. Well, we got Officer Vera doing push-ups. That's a good thing there. And then we do pretty good against the run game here in this series. Get a little pressure on the quarterback. Well, there's nothing more frustrating to have a guy in the backfield and he scrambles around and does that. But we force a punt, so now we're putting ourselves in a really good situation. We've got decent field position. Down 3 here as we start the 4th quarter with a chance to go up. They have decent pressure on us, go make a play on our little short pass there, and now we have to kick a punt and punt it, and we don't flip the field there. They end up being about a 16-yard punt, which is, you know, obviously he's a good punter and does some things, but we got to flip the field at that point.
And going back, you know, you got to give Harber some credit on their coverage. You know, oftentimes Casey, it seemed like he had some time to operate, but just couldn't find an open guy. So
yeah, they've got a good secondary. They're young back there, but they're talented. And then they punch it in here. Their back, who I think he had 40 carries Friday night.
Yeah.
You know, did some things against us.
it looked like, you know, as the game wore on, it looked like he just got stronger as the game continued.
Yeah, he never seemed to wear down, and you know, our kids kept battling and competing and doing some things. Here's Jacob Clark on a nice little run. You see he keeps his feet moving at contact. Piles are going forward for us. So we're doing some stuff here. Big time catch right there on the side, keeping his feet in, making a play. So we're operating a little bit here.
You know, look at it offensively, another biggest offensive output of this season, 429 yards total offense.
Yeah, we run a little power read, and our quarterback keeps it, and the ball comes out. So obviously they're getting the ball back. So we're in a situation here where we gotta stop them. We're very fortunate on a 3rd and 1 to get the fumble, giving our offense a chance here, and then we end up throwing a pick, which at this point we've burned our timeouts, and you know, they just ran the clock out. So, you know, you got to understand, you got to give credit to Harber. They played a nice game. Their kids were very hungry for that win, and our kids will learn from this, and we'll be okay.
All right, well, there you have it. The Tigers dropped their first game of the season by a score of 31-21 to the Harber Wildcats. We'll be back in just a moment to preview next week's game with the Springdale Bulldogs. You're watching the Tiger Football Report. All right, we're back here on the Tiger Football Report. Coach, you know, disappointing loss to Harber last week, but you know, you got to have a short memory because you got another game this week. The Springdale Bulldogs come to town. Talk a little bit about Springdale.
You know, Springdale, you know, as we're watching and preparing for them, you know, obviously with a coaching change last year, they're a program that's trying to change the culture over there and do some things. And, you know, you can see some things that they're doing are good. But what I think we got to do is worry about the Bentonville Tigers and worry about getting better each week and not really get too caught up in who we're playing. So that's our goal for this week, is to worry about us and get better and clean up the mistakes that we made and just continue to get our program going in the right direction.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us again here on the Tiger Football Report. And best of luck to you, the players, and the staff this week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we'd like to thank you for joining us here each week where we take you inside of Bentonville Tiger football. So long, everyone.